What's going on there, YouTube? Welcome to Tech on the Mark. I'm your host, Mark, also known as the Knowledge Flexing Texan. Today I got another re-upload for you. This was part of that less than $1,300 computer build I put together for my sister at the end of last year. This was for the 32-inch LG monitor, model 32MA70. HY-P. That's an IPS monitor, 32-inch 1080p. I don't have much to say right here, so let's stroll on down the road, get to that original unboxing and review video. I'll come back up, I'll give you some updated final thoughts. So we're going to go ahead and unbox them, set them up and everything, see how well it works. First thing we're going to notice when we unbox them here, it's going to be a little stand right there. I'll set him off to the side. This is a little attachment for the stand there. I don't know if you can see that. We also got some cables and driver CD for the multi-corner display for the monitor there. Here we have the monitor itself, wrapped up real nice there. Pretty thick cardboard around them. Nothing else in the box there, so we're going to take him and set him out of the way. We're going to lay the monitor down here. Now here on the box, it's got some basic instructions on how to, assemble the stand and everything for the monitor. He's a big monitor, but he's not real heavy. He's just kind of bulky and hard to handle. There we have him. Before we set the stand up and everything, we're going to go ahead and open up the accessories bag here. We got the driver disc just kind of floating around in there. Looks like we also got some warranty information. A little bit of a user manual there showing you what all's supposed to be in there. Here we got the power plug for the monitor. Here they gave us a VGA cable in case we want to hook it up to a VGA source. They also gave us one HDMI cable now. They did not include a DisplayPort cable, but I did purchase one for use. This is just a little wire clamp there to help hold the wires when you put your stand and everything on. I'm going to go ahead and get that stand. So here we have the stand. It's pretty simple to install. This has got a couple little notches on there. It's a little hollow piece here. It's going to snap into that piece. What you want to do, you want to take this guy here at this angle. We're going to bring the monitor just a tad closer there. And you're going to slide him on there and snap him into place. You're just going to clip just like that. I'm going to take this guy. He's got a little screw in there. You're going to snap him on there, and then you're going to tighten this screw with a flathead screwdriver. I brought the monitor up to the edge of the table there, so now I'm just going to take the stand like this, and I'm going to slide him on, and he should make a little click sound too. If you see that screw protruded just a little bit when I pushed him on there, now I'm just going to take this flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to screw him in. And that's all there is to putting on the base there. Now I'm going to flip the monitor upright. We're going to hook him up and everything and see how he looks. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and plug this in into the monitor there. Looking at the back here, we have a VGA connector, a headphone out connection. We have a display port and HDMI connection. We also have the VESA mounts. I think the pattern is 200 by 100. So you might need an adapter to wall mount this if you wanted to mount it on the wall. Looking at the back of the monitor here, this is going to be our display port connection. You're just going to orient that cable in the same direction with the little round end on that side and round end on that side. And the little push button going to be on top there. We're just going to go ahead and plug him in right there. Also, while you're at the back of the monitor, go ahead and get your monitor's power supply and take this little end here, and it's going to plug in right here under the DVI, under the DisplayPort cable there. Just go ahead and plug him in and make that connection, and then we shouldn't have to get behind the monitor anymore. So here he is, all set up and everything. The LG 32MA70HY-P 32-inch IPS LED monitor, 1080p Full HD. Now, a couple of things to note about this monitor. It does not have any built-in speakers, but it does have a headphone or an audio out jack on the back. Now, what that means is, like, if your audio is coming through your HDMI cable into the monitor, you can plug up your speakers there, and then you can control the volume here on the monitor by pressing the little button left or right, or you can plug in a pair of headphones back there if your sound is coming through your HDMI cable, which is not here. We actually have our sound coming through a speaker system here that's already hooked into the computer, so that's not going to be an issue for us. But just something to note that there are no speakers in the monitor itself, so no sound coming from that. You will need some external speakers. The monitor has a host of options to change color to everything, but one of the main settings is what they call a dynamic contrast, and what that'll do is it'll kind of darken the screen sometimes when you're reading something, and it'll do that automatically for you now. You don't have to do it, but a lot of people think there might be something wrong with the monitor when they see it doing that, but there's nothing wrong with it. You can just turn that setting off if it bothers you. I'm going to go through the menu system here with you real quick. If you want to access the menu, you go up underneath this LG logo right here and push straight up on that button, and that'll bring you up to the menu system there. Pressing that button one more time straight up will just exit the menu. But pressing that menu button there, you can go up to picture mode there, and you see we're set on custom, and it came that way out of the box. But you also have a reader mode, and that kind of darkens things up and lightens up the brighter pages so you can read them. And then there's reader mode 2, and then there's a photo mode for viewing photos. It kind of gives them a little bit more vibrance or whatever when you're looking at them. Cinema mode turns everything kind of like, a little bit more grayish. Give it kind of that cinema movie look, like it's something you'd watch in the movie theater. Color weakness, I'm not really sure what that's all about. I've never used that. I probably should check the manual to see a little bit more about that. And they also have a game mode now, and the game mode kind of just enhances the refresh rate and response time, so you don't see input lag and things like that when you're playing your games and whatnot. Now going back to the menu there, we'll go to the main menu, and there you see you can adjust your brightness. Contrast is locked because we're on a special custom mode there, but sometimes when you switch modes, you can unlock different portions that are locked there. You can also adjust the volume right there under the quick settings. There's also a ratio for wide and different settings there. And then you've got the smart energy saving there, and you can turn that off or high or low or however you want it. And then picture mode, take you back to the picture mode that we were just at. We're going to put that back on custom. You push straight up on that button to make your selections, and left and right can navigate back and forth through the menus. And then you go to picture adjust there. You can set super resolution, sharpness, black level, which that's locked currently. Response time, you can set that to high, middle, low, or off. I typically leave it set to middle, but if you notice a little bit of lag or delay, you might set it to high. And I believe this DFC, that is that dynamic contrast thing. Now, when I got my monitor, it was on out of the box, but see, here you see it's off, so we don't have to worry about turning that off. And then you got your black stabilizer, and what that does is it makes the blacks a little bit lighter or a little bit darker, depending on how you adjust it. And then you can go to your color adjust there, adjust your gamma, your color temperature, your red, green, blue, your 6 color settings, and then you can reset those if you wanted to. Okay. And then you can change your language. You can turn the LED power on and off there if you don't want the LED light on. Automatic standby. Resolution is locked. We can't get to that right now. OSD, that's the on-screen display. You can lock that. And then there's also an auto configure in there in that menu system, and that's currently locked. We can't get to that. And then you can reset everything to the factory settings, if you really wanted to. We don't want to do none of that. But overall, it's a really nice monitor. It's really thin. It's about that thick, all the way around, except for the bottom of the base there, where everything's at. It's got a real nice display. It works really good for games. It's really big. It takes up a lot of space there. But you know what? I like having a big monitor. I think you will too. If you're in the market for a big monitor, and I can't get into those ultra wide screens just yet. I don't know. Something about them just kind of threw me off. It took me a long time to go from the regular 4x3 monitors to widescreen, and now that I'm used to widescreen, maybe one day I'll get used to the ultra wides. But for now, this is the size of a small TV, and screen size anyway, and it does a really good job. The colors are really nice and crisp. I haven't noticed anything wrong with the one I've been using for myself for over a year. And I highly recommend this monitor. I'm going to come back up top, give you some final thoughts. Now, what are my thoughts on this monitor? Well, it's a perfect monitor if you're not 4K gaming or anything like that. 1080p is fine for me. I have a lot of vision problems anyway, so 4K probably wouldn't do me much better, to tell you the truth. Overall, it's a really good monitor. It's got the feature where you can split the screen and everything like that, and the different things. It's got a reader mode, and it's an excellent monitor. If I had desk space, I'd probably have 2 more of them, but I don't. I have one monitor. That's that one. I have a little bitty Dell monitor, just like a 19-inch, you know, the 4x3 square monitor there beside it that I keep my email and stuff like that on. 5 stars for me, ain't no doubt. I ain't had no problem with mine. Looking for a good big monitor to game on or just surf the web, watch YouTube videos, whatnot, I think it'd be a perfect monitor for you. So anyway, that was my review of the 32-inch LG monitor there, 32MA70HY-P. I gotta say, it's a great monitor. I don't think I could say much more than what I said in the previous video about it. I sure do appreciate you watching. If you found this video likable, enjoyable, or informative, please be sure to give me a like, a subscribe, and then a share. It sure would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to visit me on social media. All that should be showing up on the bottom of the screen right now. And don't forget to visit me on my website, www.techonthemark.com. And I've recently set up a Patreon account. You can visit me over there, and if you'd like to support me on Patreon, at patreon.com/techonthemark. Thanks so much for watching, YouTube. I sure hope you have a great day.